ọma ebunye ya enu si ya jide nke oji na-aga n'iru biko ka anyị gbakọ kịta wee kene n'Eze-Ana Eze-Ana ego adị Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu nwoke ọma nọrọ ifite ego adị ọdịnala bụ eziokwu ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ ịma na o nwere olu na-eti mkpu na-asị ụmụ Igbo chigharịa ụmụ Igbo chigharịa kwa mbọsị ọ na-eti n'ụtụtụ n'abalị ọ nọ na nkuzi Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye ọma n'ọrụ ifite onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye ọma nye jem ọnụ ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye ọma n'ọrụ ifite onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye ọma nye jem ọnụ ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru Eze-Ana ga-adị Ugochi tubelu ga-adị Ugochi tubelu tempụl ọ ya adị maka na eziokwu anwa chacha ndị ụka erighị anyị front and back ndị oche eli anyị front and back faji asị kala aka ghọrị ụmụ Igbo si anyị rapụ nke anyị na nke fe ka mma bulu Baịbụl bịa akwụkwọ akụkọ wepekwa chọọchị fa okwu n'ụka bịakwa.
Good morning, viewers all over the world. My name is Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu n'Oraifite. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na Ugochi tubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi rụkwazị ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche, deep consultation and other spiritual works. Abụkwazị m onye isi nchụaja n'ọdịnala restoration evangelical mission. Bụrụkwazị onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. Like I do say, what you don't know remains a mystery to you and not to all. Today, we are here today for a lecture that says more you should know about reincarnation. Topic is more you should know about reincarnation. I can tell you, if you pay attention to today's lecture, it will unveil the mysteries of life. Yes, very important. Like I said, I do say, what you don't know remains a mystery to you and not all. So before we dive into today's lecture proper, important announcement. Don't forget that our monthly rituals of September is still ongoing. You can join in these group rituals because group is power. You will be careful. Let's go na aja only ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ. But as you all know, we don't share testimonies on social media or on Eziokwu TV. You know why? It's not necessary. It's not why we are here. We started this group ritual almost 3 years now, and they still counting, and more people are still joining. People are booking. Some people normally book throughout the year. In fact, some people have started even booking 2025. There is power in group rituals, believe in me. This morning I have gone to the temple to make declarations and pray upon the lives of those that join us. And they can join us anywhere you're all over the globe, because distance is never a barrier in our spiritual works in the temple. I will keep doing it, remembering them in my prayers in the temple, till the last day of the month, we visit the waters with eatable things to offer sacrifices and saraka on behalf of all. Then we proceed back to the temple to offer other sacrifices to entities of ours, including ram and saraka on behalf of all. So if you are interested in joining us, what you need to do is forward your 3 prayer requests, then make token donation to the account number to support that constant rituals throughout the month. Or if you have any question in today's lecture, chat me on WhatsApp or chat me on WhatsApp 0805 78 37672. I repeat 0805 78 37672. More than 0813 8243 871. I repeat 0813 8243 871. Let's now proceed. Pay attention to this lecture. Believe in me, it will unveil so many mysteries about life. Then what is reincarnation? Reincarnation is to say that a soul, formerly as in a soul that once lived here on earth, has come back. In every spirituality all over the globe, they have belief that reincarnation exists. I will cite so many examples for you to buttress my point that reincarnation is real. 1. In Igbo spirituality, we believe that a soul can reincarnate back. That is why in Igbo spirituality we have a name like Nnamdi. Ndị a na-abakarị Nnamdi bụ ndị believe that their late father, that deceased father, has actually come back in life, and that their late father is alive. Aba nwatakịrị dị etu a Nnamdi. Then ka ndị aka anya amago na nke ndị ugwu ndị Yoruba, ị ga na-anụ Babatunde. Babatunde. Babatunde means? Do you know what Babatunde means? Babatunde simple means that my late father Baba has come back. The gods are wise. So I don't want to start citing more. So many. Okay, let me take you to the Bible, because I know some of you will always ask me, Ole in God and Akwụkwọ. I don't blame you guys, because I used to be one of them. They Ole in God and Akwụkwọ. So whatever you are telling them, you don't back it up in the Bible or show them where is in the Bible. Whatever you are talking, they don't believe. Today I want to talk to those people. Let me tell you, there is no place, like I told you before, I used to be a Bible scholar. There's no place in the Bible where Jesus, yes, whom you believe on, said anything against reincarnation. And I will tell you, I will prove to you that he never disputed that reincarnation is real. Remember, the Israelites believe that the Elijah will come back. And for them, they believe that Elijah coming back is Jesus. They believe that he will be their Messiah. That is why when John the Baptist was arrested in prison, he sent his disciples to go and ask Jesus, are you the Messiah they are waiting for? Because the Israelites, they keep fasting, believing that their Elijah, that they were told that he will not die. Yes, they believe that Elijah will come back in a different form. Let me tell you another story to buttress my point. There was a day, according to that Bible story, Jesus asked his disciples, his followers, tell me whom people think I am. Gwa m onye ndị mmadụ na-eche na m bụ. And they responded. Some said you are Elijah that reincarnated back. Some said that you are one of the prophets of the old that reincarnated back. Yes. What I want to pick there is, and I now ask them, who do you people think that he is? What I want to pick there is his acceptance of reincarnation. If there is nothing like a reincarnation, he would have used that opportunity to tell them, my brethren, nothing like reincarnation. But he did not stop them, because he understood that based on their culture and understanding, all of them believe that their ancestors can actually reincarnate. So, and in that sense, that's why he asked them the question. And when they responded, he did not caution them by saying that nothing like that exists. I can cite many examples in the Bible that shows you that someone can actually reincarnate back. So, in Igbo cosmology, we have so many proof. And we have so many people that a child will be sick, very sick. Every time sick. And most families we go for, we have a Fago. And when I know one particular incident, this particular child, girl child, always sick, always sick, always sick, always sick. And the family was like, what could be the problem? Why this child is always sick? And they went and consulted Alpha. After Alpha consultation, Alpha revealed that this particular child is their grandmother that came back. And that their grandmother that came back wants to be recognized, because she is a great woman and wish to be recognized by who she is. That if they will do a Fago and call that child by that name that woman bears in her previous earth life, that the child will do well. It sounds like okay, but it's a fact. And after the view that this woman in question, the person that reincarnated this woman is known before as Oduago. And the Alpha now told them that they should go home. Once they go home, they should call that child, that's a sick child, and call her by that name, Oduago. Then do Saraka for the child, that the whole sickness will stop. And believe in me, exactly that thing was done. And immediately that child was called that name, she turned and smiled. And after all the rituals was performed, she became well. There are so many mysteries about life you don't know. There are so many. Some people, let me tell you how you understand it. No human spirit is here on earth. No human being is here on earth that is here living now. That is here for the first time. Yes. The reason is that one single earth life is not enough for a single soul to finish his earthly existence. In ancient time, we have records of those people of the old living hundreds of years. Some of them normally live a single earth life. But it's no longer possible in the world we are living now. But now, it's like those years we're supposed to live as a single unit is split into many earthly existence. Let me give you an example how the thing works. Because of our previous karma, let's say you are located, let's say 1,000 years. I'm just using it as an example. You reincarnated your first earth life. You lived like 150 years. You came back. The second time, you live 100 years. You came back, the third one, live 50 years. And so on and so forth. All your those earthly existence is being kept to you till you leave those accumulated 1,000 years assigned to you to live here on earth. That 1,000 years assigned to you is a year of maturity for you to mature. However, the experiences cannot be accumulated in one single earth life. That is why nature split it for you. And it's not as if that everybody has the same duration of years. Depends on the assignment given to you here on earth and what he needs in order to mature and become matured human spirit. I'm trying to use the simplest terms to explain this so for you to understand it, because it's a mystery. Now, you come and live and go, you come and live and go. Once you come, you were born. You complete that particular cycle of that particular existence. You die, and you are buried. You come back again till you exhaust that accumulated years. Example, the accumulated years is 500 years. You exhausted it. Once you exhausted it, you will be given opportunity to give account of how you exhausted this year 500 years example allocated to you. If at the end of the day you achieve perfection, that is where you become an authority, where you become an ichie, where you will join as worthy ancestors in furthering creation. You have joined the group of decision makers. You become a power force. That is what the church people call paradise. You are already a perfect human spirit. Because Chukwu is a Chukwu of justice and fairness. Chukwu cannot give you an honor which you do not deserve. You must earn it by maturing and become a perfect and matured human spirit for you to be able to be celebrated in the world of the spirit. So, because no human spirit, sometimes you see small children, you will think that this is their first earth life. No. There are some children that they was born, they born them after a few days or a few months they die. They still die as infants. Those infants that die, are you expecting to reward them with paradise? According to Ndoka, if that particular child, if you are expecting Chukwu to reward that particular child with paradise, on that judgment day, what would the child say is what earned him or her paradise? As a toddler, as an infant, the person died, which he have not contributed anything or earned anything. That's have not done any good thing because he's still an infant, a minor, and they have not committed anything. So will you send the child, condemn the child, or will you give the child another opportunity to be here on earth? I can tell you, that child that was born and died, such a thing might happen as a karma, either to the soul of the child or to the parents. Yes, for a purpose. That child will be given another opportunity to reincarnate back. Because you need to complete the cycle, the accumulated number of years allocated to that particular child to be perfect. Chukwu pụrụ ime ihe niile abụrụ God of doing injustice. No. Everything has process. Everything has been programmed. That for you to end the for you to end the perfection, for you to be a perfect human spirit as Ndichie, or be in paradise, the way the church people normally call it. But the most important thing that once you become an Ndichie, you are a matured human spirit. It's going to decision making body. It's going to be the more. All you can do can sense. Are you following? So, but you cannot achieve it in one single earth life. The way, the way you cannot become a degree holder in one exam. Everything has process. Like I always advise you and tell you that earthly experiences is a prototype of what you have in the spiritual realm. So once you become, you are born, you become a toddler, start growing. At a stage, you start the kindergarten, start nursery, start primary, attend secondary school, attend the university. That is Mahadum. That at the level of Mahadum, you are already a degree holder. You are expected to be a consultant. You are expected to be onye mari hedum. Onye can the body will translate here as Mahadum. Are you getting me? So, so what I'm telling you is that at that particular point, you are expected to be matured. And for you to be matured to the extent of being certified as a degree holder, with university degree as a onye mahadum, onye mari hedum. Now, you must have passed some series of tests in order to get to that point of onye mari hedum, a wise one. Now, to anwa ko dikwa na nke mmụọ dịka si gwa gị na all earthly experiences is the same thing in the spiritual realm. So in the spiritual realm, you earn it by experiencing. So nobody won't ever be, so that you will be able to become to that level, height of decision making body. That is the highest point. The highest maturity or point any human spirit can achieve is as a worthy ancestor. There is no perfection how you can become holy and you become God. It's not possible. You know why? Because your origin, God is beyond their origin. Your origin is a human spirit. And the highest perfection you can attain here on earth is to go back as a matured human spirit, not as a primordial queen or to become God. No, because it's not your origin. So what I can tell you is that human spirit has been given opportunity to reincarnate over and over. But one thing that that the spirits, the forces of nature hid from man is that you and me here are living now is only few mistakes that was given opportunity to know exactly who they are in the previous earth life. It's only few. They are the only people that sometimes they might be revealed who they are, and when the earthly walk will come to an end, when they will pass on, you achieve it by maturity. There's a way you will mature spiritually. You will be told or will be shown your end. The way Moses was shown, because I know Bible the way Moses was shown the promised land, but he was told that he will not step in there, but he sees his ending. So there is a way you mature, you will be able to earn it. So, but what I want to tell you today is that reincarnation is real. You reincarnate corporal times. But one thing that is hid for you is that you will not be able to know if your earthly life now is your last time. It's only few individual mystics, people that are mystic in nature, that are given opportunity to know that after this particular earth life, they still have one again, or that this one is the last one. And after their last one, the book of life will be open. Whatever you achieve here on earth is either your name will be expunged from the book of life. You face total annihilation. You will be reading it in the Bible, where you were told that all your name total expulsion from the book of life, total annihilation. The manner your ego as a human spirit has been destroyed. After giving you that opportunity allocated, and you refuse to be matured, you face total damnation. You will be crushed, you will be demoted, and you will no longer exist as a human spirit. That is the highest suffer any human spirit will suffer of the degrading, because you are no longer a human spirit. Your existence is no more. That is why even some spiritual set will tell you that sometimes in time, as a punishment, some will come back as being demoted. Some will turn to maybe an animal that has an end. The ones they will maybe used as a ram, sacrifice, that's the end. Or some will become maybe a tree as a punishment to face eternal damnation. Maybe tomorrow they will cut the tree, maybe as a mango tree, cut it and use it as firewood. That is the end. Your existence has totally ended. But if you remain at the end of the day, you become matured. You live eternity, because you already are matured and become useful in creation. So the forces of nature will still keep you an opportunity as a matured human spirit, as only each year, as a saint. You will be living till eternity, because you already matured and continually supporting movement in creation. But total annihilation, you face the damnation. That is, some will tell you hell. But I want to know what the lack of hell. Yes, because even if you go the Bible, English Bible, here says that Jesus died and was buried and he descended into hell. So hell is an innie. Nothing like lack of hell. No. But I can tell you that you will suffer the total damnation of exposing your life in existence. You no longer a small spirit, you have gone, you have been degraded. So that one is a teaching for another day. But what I can tell you today is that reincarnation is real. Let me give you another example for you to know that reincarnation is there. There's one particular Indian boy. When he was born, at about 10 years, he told the world media who he was in the previous earth life. He told how he died. And he was able to tell the press where he lived in his previous earth life, who he got married to, and what led to his death. And all the accuracy of where the information he gave, they went and verified everything and see his previous wife and family. Everything was documented. That one is few people that was given opportunity to reconnect fast, and also the ability to know who, where, and what happened, because the child happened to be a mystic. But what I can tell you that reincarnation is real. We have many facts to prove it. But I can tell you another thing, that for you to know that people reincarnate, how you know that people reincarnate is this. We can say your children. Maybe you have children of 10 years, age bracket, or even 7 years. Maybe they are twins, or even twins. But even if they are twins, their reincarnators differs. Or even they are from the same parents. But if you see those children reasoning, maybe you bring the children of the same age bracket, but you notice that one of them is so brilliant in the sense that if he asks you a question, you'll be looking around. Who gave this child that sense or that wisdom to ask such question? Or the response, or he ask 3 of them questions. How this particular one will answer that question will marvel you. You will think that, how come? And these children are of the same age bracket and for the same parents, so that you will not be thinking that maybe this child is from intelligent family. No, the same family. Have you asked yourself why this particular child is so experienced in whatever he does than others of his mate? The thing is that maybe this particular child has been in existence, has been in this particular world, reincarnation wise, many times over than those ones. Maybe he's already a matured human spirit. Maybe he's coming to an end of his existence. So, or maybe he have come multiple times, more than others. And those experiences he got during those reincarnation count. Because whatever you experience in this particular earth life will make you in the next life. If somebody want to use those tricks on you, the person will not succeed, because the tricks the person wanted to use on you now is the same experience you experienced in your previous earth life. So you already the master of the game. Once you bring this thing, you nullify it, because you got an experience based on their previous experiences. Example: if you are seeing somebody that have been duped before by scammers, once he sees a scammer, because of what he passed through, what he learned from the previous experience, he will be able to tell you that this is scammers. Because of that experience in the past have taught the person a lesson. Yes, I know some of you will be asking me, if reincarnation is real, why is it that you as a person does not know who you are in the previous earth life? I will answer it. Example: in your previous earth life, maybe you are a king, a big personality, and now in this earth life now you are mandated, or you ask for it, to experience poverty, or to experience low profile person, or karma force you because the way you suppress others when you were a king. Now in this present earth life, you need to experience the life of a downtrodden in order to pay for your karma, in order for you to see what the downtrodden people are passing through. You will be permitted to go through such lifestyle here on earth in order to experience, because in the previous earth life you have seen the richness angle of life, you have seen the worthy aspect of life. Now you need to see the other poor aspect of life. Are you following? Now some of you will be, and why you will not be permitted to know your previous earth life except few mystics, is that sometimes if you were made to understand that you used to be a king, an influential king in the previous earth life, now that you are just a commoner now, the ego will not even allow you to experience that downtrodden lifestyle they want you to experience in life now, in order to pass the exam, so that you will go to higher level when you come in the next life. Now you will be ego. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know that no former King Nebuchadnezzar, but no former Emperor Caesar Augustus? The ego will not allow you to experience what you're supposed to. That is why sometimes if somebody is on a greater height before, in order to come down and experience what the commoner experience will be very difficult, because of that ego, because he understands who he was. So that is why in life The in spirituality, we put bandage on you so that you will not be able to know who you are, so that you will be able to humble yourself and experience this particular earth life for your own maturity. Because without passing these challenges, you will never be a champion. That is natural laws. So for you to go to another class, you must be able to pass this one and learn the lesson therein. So because lesson you learn in this one will help you when you climb to greater height. The world experience is not like a university that you always carry over. And sometimes it's always better for you to passing your exams at that particular class you are. Because sometimes when you overclimb and maybe you are in the final year, but there is some papers you fail in year 1 or year 2. Sometimes it's very difficult for you to pass it. Because what is your level you are now and what you are reading now is far, far different from what year 1 people do experience, or the teaching, the lessons they are getting at the moment. So what I'm telling you now is, some of you will still ask me a question. Why is it that if you are a king in the previous earth life, why is it that now you can't even remember that you used to be a king? Or maybe you are a professor. Okay, let's say you are a prof. You're a prof in the previous earth life. And you are one of those professors that normally become like one of these former honorable from Edo State. I have forgotten his name, that normally Ogodo that normally speak English in a way that is so funny. Are you getting me? He's the master of formation of creating some laughable English. Anyway, but what I can tell you is at least, look, maybe let's say you're a professor in the previous earth life. You are so knowledgeable and so influential, and you died. The answer is, in your next world, why is it that you will not be able to remember that you are a professor? I'll answer that question. The reason is that what is the core you is the spirit. The earthly clock, that is the body you are wearing, is just a vessel to cover like a shield, to cover the core you, the spirit, so that the spirit will be able to live here on the gross material world. Because the spiritual you, the spirit, a core spirit can never be able to live in here on earth. Because the spirit does not have the earthly clock, the earthly body. What the spirit has is the spiritual body. So the spiritual body cannot be able to eat. It cannot eat. Yes, because it's spirit. As in, na mmụọ enwere arụ mancha maka na ọ bụ mmụọ. Oge anyị na-agụ catechism. Na mmụọ enwere arụ mancha na ọ bụ mmụọ. Spirit does not have earthly body. And because spirit does not have earthly body, that's why even if you lock your side, your house, spirit can walk in. Because it does not have the earthly flesh. And why spirit cannot eat is because spirit does not have flesh that runs with blood and water. Why we feel hunger is because our body, the blood needs nutrients. Yes, and vitamins in order to galvanize the body cells. So therefore you feel hunger when there is lack. But once you remove this particular earthly body that runs like engine, have blood and water flowing in it, you will stop feeling hunger. That is why even Jesus is telling you in the Eze-Ana, this earthly body is earthly body you wear. When you are coming down to the world of gross material, based on the assignment given to you, you have been assigned to either to work as a passive human spirit, as a woman, or to be working as a coercive nature, that is as a man. So once you determine the work you want to do when you are seeing in the world of the material realm, then that is why you'll be permitted to wear that particular cloak, that is the body, that suits your dream and your mission. If your mission is to work as a woman, I want to give you an example. If your mission is to work as a woman with woman passive nature, when coming to the earth, you will be permitted to wear the human structure and physique body, so that it will suit to your longing to work as a woman on earth. Now, if you are coerced in nature, you want to work as a man, on coming to this gross material as a human spirit, you will be permitted to wear that body of human spirit, so that of a man's spirit, so that you will look like a man and have the physical strength as a man, in order to be able to fulfill your earthly mission. So body is like, the body is a cover to the spirit. The way I'm wearing this my clothes as a cover to my body. And as you are seeing me now, as if I'm going to a meeting or going somewhere, I might feel that this particular cloth I'm wearing now, right now, does not suit where I'm going or the type of work I'm going to do there. I might change to another cloth. The same way, you, when you are coming here on earth, what your assignment given to you will determine the type of earthly cloth, the body you wear. Are you following? As either a man or as a woman. Now, you ask me, why is it that you cannot remember that you are a professor in the previous earth life? Reason is this: what is recall you is the spirit. Yes, that is the inner you. The body you grow is like the cloth. So it's like when you are being born, you grow, develop the intellect. Don't forget that their intellect, their brain, is where those academic knowledge as a prof is taught. The higher intellectual, in the intellectual brain, that you are a prof, you are a physician, mathematics guru, is there in the brain. So the only thing that benefits the spirit is the maturity, is the knowledge you grab as a prof. The spiritual meaning is what will be imprinted in your soul, that is your spirit, your real you. The knowledge you got from that academical knowledge as prof is what will be beneficial to the spirit. So your spirit have gotten the knowledge of what you experienced as a prof. That's what benefited the spirit. But your body is the one carrying the intellectual brain of your academical qualification as prof. Now, when you now died, as you passed on, the spiritual you will go back to the world of the spirit, waiting patiently to be given another opportunity, if you still have one, to reincarnate back. Then why dropping this earthly clock? That is, he dropped the earthly body. Your earthly body remain lifeless. All that earthly body can get it in a casket, tinye lower to the ground, or decay, there is ants and everything. We feast on it. Even the brain that contain, the brain is the storage device, like memory card. The content that you are a prof. Do you know who I am? I'm a prof. Here is stored in the brain. So when the body is lowered, the worms will feast on that brain and eat them up. Are you getting me? And eat them up. So therefore, you, the spiritual you, is in the spiritual realm. While the physical you, the body, has decayed under the ground in the grave. So you can see. Therefore, let me illustrate something for you to understand what I mean. Having detached the spiritual you and the physical you, the spiritual you is now different. The physical you, the body, is different. And their physical body is in the grave, decayed, ate up by those worms. ate up by those worms. So what is this? That is like phone. When you remove memory card, that's, yes, this phone you are using now, and you stored some vital information in your memory card. Once you remove that memory card, those information is stored on the phone is no more. So the brain is the storage device where we store all the information, academical knowledge, and whatever. And once we die, your spirit in you will leave. The body will decay. And remember, it's that body that carry all the information. So that's why the same spirit will go back in the spiritual realm, and they have another opportunity to come back. Once he comes back, he wear another cloth, another body that is very clean. Nothing is written on it. As an infant, the time you born a little child, an infant child, and a little child, toddlers, they don't have anything. The brain is very clean. It doesn't know them. It's when you started teaching the child again. If you now teach the child to the maturity of become a programmer, he have all the programming knowledge again in that brain. That's the new memory card. The difference is this: having been a professor in the previous earth life, the previous body, the same spirit wore the same body. Now he came back to this life again, but remember that he was a professor. There are some certain experiences he got as a prof, maybe as a dean of study or faculty or a professor, faculty of maybe of programming or whatever. Now, for the fact that all the go knowledgeable, nihe basalo programming as a HOD or whatever in that faculty, now of programming. The thing is that almost some experiences wearing impression na the soul. Now the soul. Remember, the soul is not the storage device. The storage device is the brain. But there's some small concluding and then analysis, summary. Let's put it summary. There's some summary experience of the experience as a prof when he was alive in the previous earth life. It's the summary that is carried over to the brain, to the soul. Is summary of experiences as a prof that is carried over to the spirit, which is the real you, the core you. So when the physical you died, it's only the summary of what you experienced as a prof that is carried to the spirit. So when that spirit now comes again with a fresh body, with a fresh memory card, he will not have all the details of how he went to university and become prof. No. What impression he will have is the summary that you were a knowledgeable person. That is why if he comes in a fresh body with fresh memory card, the difference between him and the other students, other person, is that he might be a small child. He is growing, but he's so knowledgeable that even if in the class, the teacher will be always, he will always understand whenever the teacher teaches anything that has to do with that previous experience as a programmer, professor. So whenever the teacher teaches it, he responds. Sometimes do you know that there are some brilliant children that are even ahead of their teacher? Once you start teaching so things, you already understand it, because this is what he understands, the summary in his previous earth life. Maybe he's a professor of programming. Now, in the present earth life, he doesn't know that he was a professor of programming in the earth life. But whenever you teach that thing, he studied in the previous earth life and having summary experiences of that particular, his former earth existence, he will be ahead of the teacher. He will be understanding you, even if they are 30 in the class. Whenever the teacher done with the teaching, said, is there anybody that understands what I teach? He will raise hand. Master. When he explained it, the master will be shocked. Some masters or maybe the lecturer will ask you, have you studied anything like related to this particular course in the past? You say, no, I'm just a new student. The professor will, the teacher, your lecturer will not understand where you're coming from. That we will always tell you people that this particular child is so brilliant. But the mystery of life, he doesn't know that that particular child have come across such lectures in the past life. Have you not seen some people that if they talk, the wisdom and knowledge in their speech will marvel you? If they are teaching, you will be thinking that, how on earth this person is so knowledgeable? I can tell you. The knowledge, and sometimes some of those people, if you check them to know if they actually study the same thing in the university, sometimes what they are telling you is not even what they study. But if they are explaining it, you will be thinking that, wow. Even the professors and teachers will be, wow, how come on earth this person is so knowledgeable? The person is so knowledgeable. I want to review the puzzle of life. Some of you will be thinking, oh, wow, how come on earth this person is so knowledgeable? If it's a music, you see some people that are music gurus. Once they write songs, very boom. Once they sing, is boom. Because they are already knowledgeable in the previous earth life concerning song. So when they are here, they will do more exploit than other average children of the same age bracket. But what is propelling the person is that vast experience. Is not a university done, but vast experience he gotten in the previous earth life made him to be expert in, and whenever he relates to something like this, because that area is the area he was professor in the previous earth life, or the area he was so knowledgeable in the previous earth life. So if you understand it, you'll be able to tally your experiences, dictate where you are more knowledgeable, the field you are more knowledgeable. That is your line. And believe me, you will excel. So if I begin to explain some of these earthly mysteries, that will be, it's a puzzle that we always ask, but there is some mystery of life. Why is it that anything concerning spirituality, this person is so good at it? Anything concerning maybe interpreting dreams, this person is so perfect on it. I can tell you some of this thing has to do with what the person experiences in the previous earth life. Haven't you seen a child of maybe 7 years, but none of his mates will match him in terms of wisdom? If he asks you a question, you will look back to check if anybody sent him. I can tell you that person is just called old souls in young body. Old souls, mark my word, old souls in young body. So what I can tell you, that discover that place that is your strength. Maybe is what you have learned from your previous accumulation, previous earth life experiences. So my brother, my sisters, this reincarnation is real. Reincarnation is real. That's why if you are in life, you will see some people that are so knowledgeable. Okay, like there was a day I was like watching Facebook. There was this particular guy that developed an aircraft. I will call it an aircraft because it is not even drone. This particular guy is just a secondary school graduate. He have not been exposed to any chemistry or physics. He has no knowledgeable of, as in, he's not even computer literate. As in a certified computer graduate, no. But this guy developed an aircraft. Do you know why I call it aircraft? It has all the functions of the aircraft. They are different from drone and aircraft. A drone will move like a helicopter. A drone will stand one place, and before you know it, you take off. Yes, that's why it's a drone. If had it been this guy, particular guy, developed this his handwork, and he worked like a drone, I would have said that maybe he went and bought a drone, dismembered it, and coupled it with a different shape. I would have said so. But for the fact that this guy developed his own as aircraft, this one will run normal running, which is not drone. Drone cannot do it. Drone doesn't run. Drone will just stand in one place and take off. So, but for a secondary school person to develop an aircraft that if he given money, he can develop the one that somebody can enter inside and fly it. If he's somebody that have already attended university, maybe study physics and higher knowledge, I will say is what they taught him in the university. But this one is just somebody that just take exam, this WAEC. And nobody have not attended any workshop that has anything. But his brain, small time, he will now say, let me bring this. When I bring it, before you know it, you see it, he's working it in our present. I can tell you, such a person might have either been taught, or maybe he was a lecturer in the previous earth life as someone that understands anything, the functions of aircraft, or maybe the person have worked as a staff or someone where they are assembling aircraft, or whether so the person have gotten other is we are being exposed in the previous earth life where they are assembling an aircraft. So the small concluding knowledge he got from those experiences in previous earth life is what he carried over to the soul, to the spirit, and he reincarnated again with a different body. Now those experiences he got there is what sometimes he will now come to his brain. Do it this way, do it this way. Before you know it, he come up with something that you know that nobody have taught him. That is another thing you know. It show you that this world is so, that you have so many mysteries, unravel mysteries on earth. So what I'm telling you in essence is this: reincarnation is real. I can give you more point and more point to buttress the point that reincarnation is real. Nothing happened just like that. Some of these mysteries he has seen on earth, something propels it. That those child are so brilliant more than his mate. They are from the same family, eat the same food, understand, drink the same water, and is so exceptional. That child might be so exceptional because of who the child was in the previous life. There are some people, I have seen a child of 4 years. His parents is not Dibia. His parents is not Dibia. But if he sees where people, somebody is sick, his mate, now why is about 7 years, he will go to the nearby bush and kill some leaves or this and that. Even people are the one that no, this they are giving this child. What will you call a cure? A cure. You say no. If you take this medicine, you will be fine. And nobody in his present lineage knows about herbs. Who taught him? Maybe small child. His parents is just purely Christian, even urban city children. But if maybe they are playing, one of their this got injured, he can easily rush to any bush and get to any leaf and do it like they do this, place it there. That is maybe in the previous life, he was a dibia, a herbalist, or maybe have come across those knowledgeable things. I just want to use it as an example. So, my brethren, I can tell you for sure that reincarnation is real. What you don't know remains a mystery to you and not all. Let me stop here. If you have any question concerning the topic of today about reincarnation, chat me on WhatsApp. Or family. Chat me on WhatsApp. Yes. Chat me on WhatsApp. Or here basari reincarnation na I could join with here basari you. Until near Baputa here batari hajeme. Then Igemano na reincarnation. Iyang na uni yakwarakwa. Is real. Let me stop here. If you have questions, send message to me on WhatsApp 0805 78 37672. I repeat 0805 78 37672. I won't know where you are. See you tomorrow. No gawan kezioko. May the power and blessings of the Most High Chuku be with us, protect us, and let the work of our hands be blessed.